Joining me to pledge allegiance to the flag of our country. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we have I know we have our last levy presentation from our Clermont County Park Levy. Chris Klingeman, who's the director for Parks. Chris?
The last few weeks, we've been highlighting some of the different aspects of the park district, and this morning we want to highlight a little bit about our naturalist programs. So I have with me Jana Marshall, our lead naturalist, and she brought a friend along to share with you this morning.
Hey, Judy, you like snakes?
No, and you can place it on the other side of the podium, people, if that's what's in there.
All right, good morning, everyone. My name is Jana, and we currently offer 12 different naturalist programs with the Clermont County Park District. They're all ranging from a variety of topics, from habitat studies to adaptations and local wildlife, to weather and water quality testing, and then we even have history programs on Native Americans and pioneers. Those are all offered to schools in Clermont County. They're also offered to scout groups and homeschool groups. So we currently, in 2015, we served over 5,000 people, whether they were students or the public. So we do offer public programs as well. We have done a wildflower walk series and a couple canoe trips this summer, which was really fun. And we did a night hike series, which was very successful. So on our night hike series, we actually came across a friend that we found. I was very excited about it because I'm always looking for a teachable moment when I'm teaching my programs. And actually one of the kids came across it, and I brought an example of what we found.
All right.
It's a fossil.
You
It's
want
a
to come
fossil.
over
So
here?
I'll go ahead and bring them out.
It's a what?
As a
It's a
turtle.
fossil. It's fine.
Now, fair warning, it is not.
Judy, they can lunge.
Oh, it's a tortoise.
They can lunge.
You
Those
dirty
things
rat.
Lunge at you, Judy.
We do have a snake, but I decided to bring the box turtle. It's a little more
thoughts.
tame. So this is a box turtle, an eastern box turtle, and they are pretty common turtles that you would find on land, and they like to live in deciduous forests, and they're opportunistic omnivores, so they eat pretty much anything they come across, from flowers, seeds, plants, berries, and even snails and worms. So this is our educational animal. He's our educational ambassador, is what I like to call him. He is a wild box turtle, so we always tell people that it's not good to take home wild animals, but he is our education animal. So he comes with me sometimes to programs that we do. We do a lot of outreach programs, and the habitat program is very popular. They always want to see the box turtle and our snake, our black rat snake. So he is pretty used to being around people. And he's kind of a symbol of patience, and he's actually a state symbol for two states, Tennessee and North Carolina. So does anyone have any questions about my box turtle?
You may want to pet her box turtle. Judy,
I always tell the kids you can do a 2-finger touch. Make sure you wash your hands later.
Okay.
Okay, I'll pet it. I'll pet you. Yeah. I used to keep those as well.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
So were yours domestic as opposed to wild?
They're very friendly turtles. They're pretty tame. They're not going to try to bite or anything. If you do pick them up, that's why a lot of people try and take them home as pets. They don't have any predators when they're adults. Their biggest predator is us, our cars.
Yeah.
I've been known to rescue a few.
How old is that?
It's hard to tell how old. This one is, I do know it's a male, but they can live up to like 100 years or over 100 years in the wild. In captivity, it's questionable because of their diet. If they're not getting a good diet, they're not going to live as long. But they have really great adaptations that help them survive. They've been around for a long time.
I've pulled over many times to get those guys out of the road. So,
Good.
yeah. Cars behind me don't like it, but it's
Yeah.
okay.
And you always want to move them in the direction they're going. A lot of people will move them back across, and they're trying to get to the other side for a reason. All right. Well, thank you all for listening and taking the time to hear about my programs and our box turtle.
I was joking with Chris. The sharp-shinned hawk one you have
Right.
was the one I gave to the park district, and so
Couldn't bring
a
butterflies.
sharp-shinned hawk ran into my parents' window and broke its neck, and so I wrapped it up in newspaper, stuck it in the freezer, and called
Oh, I thought it was.
Chris. Called Chris to see if he wanted it.
We do use those mounts as well in our programs. We bring a lot of them. A lot of people are just thinking about bringing one, but then you spend half the time telling people it's not real and
Yeah.
that we didn't kill it.
Absolutely.
Well, we do offer quite a few programs for the school districts in the county and for the general public as well. Some of the more famous ones include the pancake breakfast and the maple syrup programming that we do at Pattison Park every year. Jana mentioned the canoe trips that we've been doing the last couple of years, both on the Ohio River going up to Crooked Run, the estuary at Crooked Run Nature Preserve, and on the Little Miami, and even on the East Fork here. So those have been very popular with folks.
Well, I think a popular one for me is your woodcock walk.
Yes, we do have a good population of woodcocks that arrive each spring, late February, early March, down at Crooked Run, and you can see them do their aerial courtship dances. They're pretty fun to watch, and they make some pretty cool noises too when they're doing there. But yeah, we offer all those types of programs. And Jana, don't you this evening have a bird program?
Yes.
Yes, that's at 7 o'clock at Pattison Park at the lodge, right? And people are more than welcome to come and find out more about birds here in the Clermont County area.
Well, Chris, I'll say that I know you run a pretty frugal shop. I know this is all about the levy and the budget, and I know you watch every penny. But I can remember I had a meeting with Chris, and so did Bob, a couple months ago, and Chris actually changed his shirt before he came in because he was out cutting grass all day at the parks. He's the director of the parks, and he was cutting grass. I mean, that's how frugal this operation is, and obviously under budget.
We've been a little short-staffed this summer and keeping positions filled, so we're hoping to catch up this winter and be ready to go next year.
But thanks for changing your shirt.
You're welcome.
It's a hot summer day.
Well, this is the last opportunity you have to talk about the levy, and
It is on the ballot on Tuesday. We're hoping everybody comes out to vote. It is a half-mil levy for 10 years. It'll cost a homeowner of a $100,000 home approximately $17.50 per year. And we're hoping people will support us, and we'll be able to make some big improvements to our existing parks and add some new ones and complete like the Williamsburg development process.
why don't you talk about some of the projects that need upgrading right now?
Probably the famous one is the restrooms at Pattison Park, Pattison Lakeside, many people know from reading the Enquirer article. The urinals and things need replaced there as they flooded the toilet the day, or flooded the restrooms the day the reporter was there. Good timing. But you know, that is an old structure. It's a 45-year-old cinder block building that you can't get into the plumb chase into it, and there's no storage facility there. It needs to be upgraded on all. Shore Park in Union Township on Tealtown Road. We've had plans to put in playground and picnic shelters and restrooms there. Right now it's sort of the parking lot and trails park. As we have the large parking lot we were able to get constructed several years ago, but we haven't been able to move forward with the rest of the park development. We recently acquired, with your help, the 10 Mile Creek Preserve down in Pierce Township on 10 Mile Road. That is one that we want to get some planning done and get that one open to the public so people can enjoy that part, or that park. Several upgrades are needed at Chilo Lock 34 Park. We did the renovation of all the historic powerhouse there, but the house that goes with that property needs some upgrades as well. Painting, the tile roof needs to be relayed on that. There's some issues with it. Hartman Cabin has a foundation issue that we need to work with. So we're working on, that would be another project that would be in the works. We're also working with Grailville to acquire a piece of their property outside of Loveland for a new park location through a Clean Ohio Fund grant. They're donating a portion of the property and then as the local match. So we would like to be able to develop that new park there in Loveland in the Miami Township area. There's some improvements we'd like to bring to Kelly Nature Preserve as well. We'd also want to help improve our park safety throughout the parks by perhaps contracting with the Sheriff's Department to help provide law enforcement presence at some of our facilities throughout the year. So we've got a lot of plans in the work, and we're hoping that people will support us and we'll be able to make them come to fruition.
I know, unfortunately, in the past, park districts had to sell land in order to get monies to do improvements, and that's not a way to go.
Yeah, back in the early 90s, the park district had several small pieces of property that really didn't make sense to be parks anymore, that we were able to either sell to another entity that was able to use it or sell it outright. And that did fund, at that time, some major improvements at Sycamore Park and at Pattison Park as well.
So we definitely encourage everyone, again, to vote for issue 15 this coming Tuesday. And again, that's it's a very small price to pay, again, in order to keep our green space and our great parks there, not just for the population today, but for our future generations. When I did my letter to the editor telling the story about we always have our family reunions at Sycamore Park. Going down, my wife and I took our 2-year-old son down to the banks there, the river, and just watching him pick up stones and just throwing them and seeing the splash and the ripple, something that's so simple, but just his eyes were just bewilderment and so excited. I want to preserve that for the future generations as well, and voting for issue 15 will accomplish that.
Yep. So, get out and vote.
That's right.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
See you this afternoon.
That's right.
All right, item number 1 on our agenda is resolution number 166-16 to pay our bills in the amount of $930,228.12. Is there a motion to adopt the resolution?
I'll make the motion.
Second?
Mr. Ubel.
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye.
Mr. Proud.
Yay. Connie, item 2, please.
Good morning, Connie Tabor, the Department of Job and Family Services. Item number 2 is the recommendation of Judy Eschman, the Director of the Department of Job and Family Services, with the concurrence of Stephen H. Raybold, County Administrator, to execute purchase of service agreements by and between the County of Clermont, Ohio, and the providers identified below for the provision of traditional treatment and therapeutic foster care services, as well as independent living services as specified below for children referred by the Department of Job and Family Services and/or Clermont County Juvenile Court at the rates as identified therein, effective for the period of January 1 of 17 through December 31st of 17, pursuant to and in compliance with the terms and conditions specified therein and contingent upon the adoption of the annual appropriations for fiscal year 2017 and the issuance of purchase orders therefore. And this motion is for 5 separate contracts, 5 separate providers. They're all renewal contracts effective for the year of 2017. The first one is Presley Ridge out of Cincinnati, Ohio. It's for traditional treatment foster care services. the Marsh Foundation out of Van Wert, Ohio, for traditional and therapeutic foster care services. Adriel School out of West Liberty, Ohio, traditional and therapeutic foster care services. Child Focus Cincinnati, Ohio, traditional and treatment foster care as well as independent living services. And Focus on Youth Incorporated, Westchester, Ohio, for traditional and treatment foster care services.
Is there a motion then, excuse me, to execute the reference purchase of service agreements with a contingency as recommended?
So moved.
I'll second the motion.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Yubel?
Yes.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. Item 3, please.
Recommendation of Judy Eschman, the Director of Department of Job and Family Services, to authorize Robert L. Proud, President of the Board of County Commissioners, to execute the agreement for National Web Check Program Services and Equipment by and between the Board of Clermont County Commissioners on behalf of the Clermont County Department of Job and Family Services and the Ohio Attorney General Bureau of Criminal Investigations out of London, Ohio, to allow staff of the Department of Job and Family Services to continue to obtain Bureau of Criminal Investigation, BCI, background checks, and Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, background checks, and all new employees, including interns, and potential in-home care, child care providers, as well as potential foster and/or adopted parents through the National Web Check Program and Equipment at the current rate of $22 for a BCI background check and $24 for an FBI background check, to be billed based on usage per month, effective upon the date of signature by the Ohio Attorney General for a period of 3 years thereafter, pursuant to and compliance with the terms and conditions specified therein, and contingent upon the issuance and receipt of a purchase order.
Is there a motion then to execute the agreement for the National Web Check Program Services and Equipment with a contingency as recommended?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Yubel?
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey? Mr. Proud?
Yay. And finally, item 4, please.
This is also the recommendation of Judy Eschman, the Director of DJFS, to authorize Robert L. Proud, President of the Board of County Commissioners, to execute a Neopost USA meter rental agreement by and between the County of Clermont, Ohio, and Neopost USA Incorporated out of Cincinnati. Excuse me. I lost my place. It's out of Cincinnati, Ohio, as well as an addendum relative thereto, attached thereto and made a part thereof, for the rental of a digital postal meter to be utilized by the Department of Job and Family Services, Ohio Means Jobs, Clermont County, located at 756 Old State Route 74, Cincinnati, Ohio, at a cost not to exceed $533.61, effective November 22nd of 16 through November 21st of 17, pursuant to and compliance with the terms and conditions specified therein and contingent upon the issuance of a purchase order.
Is there a motion then to execute the Neopost USA meter rental agreement with a contingency as recommended?
So moved.
I'll second the motion.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Yubel?
Yes.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. Thanks, Connie.
Thank you very much.
Lyle, item 5, please.
Good morning, I'm Lyle Bloom, Director with the Water Resource Department, and item 5 is a recommendation to execute maintenance bonds in the amounts outlined as surety for the installation of water and sewer main extensions. This is to serve the Jackson Woods subdivision, Section 1 in Miami Township. The water bond is in the amount of $5,500 and the sewer bond is $12,500.
Is there a motion then to execute the reference maintenance bond as recommended?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Yubel?
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Proud?
Yay, that's all you have?
That's it.
Wow, good job. Lisa, item 6. You'll show them up, Lisa. You've got more than one.
I have two. Good morning, Lisa Gatwood, Director, Clermont Transportation Connection. It's my recommendation with the concurrence of Stephen H. Raybold, County Administrator, to execute a purchase of service agreement by and between Board of County Commissioners and JMK Transportation LLC of Higginsport, Ohio, for the provision of secondary transportation provider services for non-emergency transportation and at-risk pregnancy transportation programs, in concert with the memorandum of understanding with the Clermont County Department of Job and Family Services, we previously ratified by the Board of County Commissioners on 1/27/16 relative thereto, for a total amount not to exceed $49,999 effective for the period of 10/1/16 through 12/31/16 pursuant to and in compliance with the terms and conditions specified therein, and contingent upon the release of the purchase order required therefore, in concert with requisition number 5903-00 dated 10/27/16 relative thereto.
Is there a motion then to execute reference purchase of service agreement with KMK Transportation LLC with the contingency as recommended?
So moved.
I'll second the motion.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Yubel?
Yes.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. Item 7, please.
Okay. Number 7 is my recommendation with the concurrence of Stephen H. Raybould, County Administrator, to approve the request to advertise for bids for the provision of secondary transportation provider for non-emergency transportation and at-risk pregnancy transportation programs pursuant to the specifications and in concert with a memorandum of understanding with the Clermont County Department of Job and Family Services previously ratified by the Board of County Commissioners on 1/27/16, and to authorize the clerk of the board to place a legal notice in the newspaper of general circulation on Thursday, 11/10/16, with bids to be received until 2 p.m. local time on Monday, 11/28/16, in the office of the Board of County Commissioners, Batavia, Ohio, where they will be publicly opened and read aloud shortly thereafter. This notice will be posted on the Clermont County's website at the following link, www.clermontcountyohio.gov.
Is there a motion then to approve the request to advertise for bids and authorize our clerk to place the notice in a newspaper as recommended?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Yubel?
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. Thanks, Lisa. All right, this is one I've been waiting for. Howard?
Marcia and Frank.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Y'all, come on up. This is a nice collaborative effort.
I'm Marcia Collier with the Clermont County Recorder's Office. Recommendation of Deborah Hall Klepper, Clermont County Recorder, with the concurrence of Howard Doherty, Director of Veteran Services, to adopt Resolution Number 167-16, resolving to authorize the Office of the Clermont County Recorder to issue Ohio Veterans Identification Cards to individuals who have met the requirements set forth in Section 317.241 of the Ohio Revised Code through the County Veterans Identification Program, with no fee to be collected by the Clermont County Recorder from any person qualified to obtain a Veterans Identification Card, in concert with the aforestated County Veterans Identification Program, and with all Veterans Identification Cards issued to conform to the material and design standards as established in Section 317-242 of the Ohio Revised Code.
All right, Howard?
This is a county card, state card. It'll be issued to veterans who are not with the health card with the VA. They can go to Lowe's or Home Depot and get a discount. If they go to a restaurant, if they get a veterans break, they can show this and prove they're veterans. We're set to work with the recorder's office. She has one machine and we have one machine at our office. And as long as a veteran has a DD-214 and it is within the recorder's office or our office that we have it, we can issue a card.
Pretty neat.
Any questions?
No.
Well, I know initially, I talked to Frank about this program because there were 12 pilot counties
Right.
in Ohio that were doing this at first, and talked to him about us, starting to do it as well. And because we've had some other veterans who are wanting to know, how do we get an ID card? And so I know you can go online and there's other ways you could get them, but this is a way we can show our appreciation to our veterans too, by just something as simple as, a veteran ID card, showing they're proud to be veterans.
Sure.
And we're proud of them being veteran as well.
We're going to kick off the program at the UC College on Saturday, the 12th, between 10 and 9. We're going to have a breakfast.
9 and 1.
9 and 1, I'm sorry. 9 and 1. That's too late to eat, isn't it?
Yes.
But we're kicking that off. That's our kickoff, and we're expecting at least 150, 200 people, and that'll be going. Of course, we have the Veterans Day Parade too the day before here in Batavia. In the helicopter park or Union Township, they're going to dedicate a Purple Heart monument right there. That is at 6 o'clock. Our parade starts at 7 o'clock, so we're going to be busy running back and forth. But a lot of things this, of course, December comes up with Pearl Harbor.
I know we're one of the few counties in this part of the state that actually has Veterans Day Parade on Veterans Day,
Yes.
no matter where it hits, whether it's a Sunday or whatever. So
We do it the convenient day that should be done.
absolutely, absolutely. Now, is the lineup still at the?
It is at the post office at 6 o'clock or a little earlier. Step off will be 7 o'clock.
But we'll be there with Hold of My Heart.
Okay.
And actually, I'll have 4 soldiers from Fort Bragg up here who will be marching in it with us too, in uniform.
I must say too, I had the honor of going on the honor flight out of Columbus. 96 Purple Heart recipients was on that plane. It was very moving, very long day. Get there at 4:30 and got back at 9:30 at night. But I would encourage any veteran to take the flight. They're still taking World War II and Korean War vets, and Vietnam vets are now can go. It generally is set by age, but I know I've talked to one person. He said for 4 years he's been trying to go out of Dayton, but this Purple Heart flight opened up and got right on. It's amazing, and it was an amazing trip. Very, very heart moving, and I had a nice caretaker. I just can't say enough good things about him.
Howard, once again, people that would like a county veterans identification card, is there a price to it? When
No
they
price at all.
They need
It's
to-
free.
take their picture and they'll produce it immediately?
They have to have their DD 214.
Okay.
But if they have that and it's registered with the recorder's office, they'll get an ID card and no cost.
So they'll get their picture taken and the card at the same time.
Yes, sir.
And currently, where can they go? I know you got special outings, but is
At
there,
our office, we're doing a few, or
Okay.
we're still training, but our kickoff will be that breakfast,
okay.
and we're advertising. I apologize not bringing a sign. We got signs on our desk, and I should have brought one, and Frank should have reminded me.
After the event on November 12th, it'll be permanently stationed at the recorder's office. And the idea about this is getting more of the newer veterans to record their DD-214s because they've gotten out of the habit of recording those. So it's going to protect their DD-214 in the long run and hopefully generate some more clients for us to get them their benefits that they deserve as well. But you can get a card starting the 14th of November on at the recorder's office, 8 to 4, Monday through Friday. Right?
Yep.
And we want to, again, please tell Debbie Klepper, thanks for her cooperation with this as well.
Oh, I will.
And now, do they need to call and make an appointment
No.
or anything?
No, just stop in.
Very easy process.
Yeah. It only takes a few minutes.
Oh, that's awesome. It'd be cool if we can get a picture of the very first one. And just let us know, hold off when the first one
I
comes
am
in.
very first
He's
one.
got number one.
We could-
I was the victim.
Well, number 2 then. Or that, or we can get
First one,
Howard to
recorder's
act like he's doing it. Oh, I tell you, it's a great project. I appreciate you all doing this, for over 15,000 plus veterans we have.
And this is open to any veteran with a DD-214. Any veteran.
Yes.
Which some people, of course, have no idea what the heck a DD-214 is. Your discharge,
Their discharge paper from the military.
honorable discharge.
From active duty.
Yeah.
We're still unable to issue an ID card for Guard and Reserves unless they were called up to active duty at some point in time and were issued a DD-214. It all hinges around the DD-214 according to state law.
All right, awesome.
Okay,
Thank you all.
we're ready to roll.
Appreciate the cooperation.
Happy Veterans Day.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you all for your service, too.
Thank you.
We still don't need a motion for that, or?
Yeah. Is there a motion to adopt Resolution 167-16
The,
to our Ohio Veterans Identification Cards? Did we do it?
did Mr. Humphrey make that motion yet? Or yet to
No, I
make it?
don't- I didn't have
Okay.
anybody
I
make
just-
it.
You
I
didn't?
asked the
Okay.
question.
Okay,
No, I didn't have
sorry.
anybody making a motion yet.
Okay.
No, they haven't.
Okay, just for the record, I'll make a motion.
Okay, good. Thank you, Ed.
Adopt Resolution 167-16.
I'll second the motion.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. Item 9, please.
Item 9, recommendation to Pat Monger, County Engineer, with my concurrence to execute record plat number 629-2982 for the following subdivision located in Batavia Township. The Glenwood Trail subdivision, Section 2B, performance and maintenance bond of $20,000 and $10,000, and a performance bond for sidewalks of $20,920.
Is there a motion to execute the reference record plat and execute the combination bond and the performance bond for sidewalks as recommended?
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. And 10, please.
Recommendation to Pat Monger, County Engineer, with my concurrence to execute record plat number 629-2983 for the following subdivision located in Miami Township. Jacksonwood subdivision, Phase 1. Performance maintenance bonds of $56,000 and $20,000, and performance bond for sidewalks of $63,000 and $80.
Is there a motion then to also execute the referenced record plat and to execute the combination bond and a performance bond for sidewalks as recommended?
So moved.
I'll second the motion.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. And 11, please.
Recommendation to Pat Monger, County Engineer, with my concurrence to authorize Commissioner Proud, President of the Board, execute change order number 1 to the contract for Scherzinger Drilling of Miamitown, Ohio for project number OH-28-15 relative to the Frank Willis Memorial Road landslide stabilization project located in Ohio Township, which represents a decrease in the amount of $13,425 for a total adjusted contract price to date of $123,974.
Is there a motion then to execute change order number 1 to the reference contract as recommended?
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. And 12, please.
Item 12 is my recommendation to acknowledge the receipt of notification from Pat Monger, County Engineer, on his determination to close the following road to through traffic. Understanding of all advanced warning and detour signs will be erected and maintained accordingly. We have Twin Bridges Road, beginning Monday, October 31st, 2016, through Tuesday, November 1st, 2016, between the hours of 7 a.m. and 5 p.m.
Is there a motion then to acknowledge the notice from our county engineer about the reference road closure as recommended?
So moved.
I'll second the motion.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. And 13, please.
13 is a recommendation to reappoint Chris Ham, Cincinnati, Ohio, to serve on the Clermont County Public Library Board of Trustees for the term of 1/1/2017 through 12/31/2023, pursuant to and compliance with Section 3375.22 of the Ohio Revised Code.
Is there a motion then to reappoint Chris Ham to our library board as recommended?
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. We want to thank him again for his continued service on that as well. 14, please.
14 is a recommendation of Dan Aki, Superintendent, the Clermont County Board of Developmental Disabilities, to reappoint the following individuals to serve on the Clermont County Board of Developmental Disabilities, each for a full 4-year term pursuant to and compliance with Section 5126.026 of the Ohio Revised Code. Emily Chestnut, Jerome Park, Cincinnati, Ohio, and Kim Pellington of Loveland, Ohio.
Is there a motion then to make the reappointments as recommended?
So moved.
I'll second the motion.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. And again, thanking those two individuals for their continued dedication to our CCDD. All right, our financials. Suki.
Not too bad this week. We have a few. First, we have supplementals into the Indigent Guardianship Fund, $3,500. This is additional appropriations that they need to support the guardianship investigation requirements. And then we have in the Ross Road Fund, $671.24 in order to distribute all the proceeds that came in from the tax collections. We have a budget transfer from juvenile court other expenses to juvenile detention other expenses, $30,000. This is a result of the higher level of juveniles in detention and the additional costs that go with that. And we have a cash advance repayment from the Community Development Block Grant Fund back to the general fund, $100,000. This repays the October 8th, 2014 advance.
Is there a motion then to approve the supplemental appropriations, the budget transfers, and the cash advance as recommended?
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Proud?
Yay, thanks, Suki. All right, 16, please.
16 is a request from various departments to join professional organizations and authorization for reimbursement of routine travel expenses relative thereto. The Building Inspection Department, Carl Lamping and/or staff of the National Fire Protection Association for $175.
Is there a motion then to approve joining the referenced professional organization and authorize, again, reimbursement of the expenses that are allowed as recommended?
So moved.
I'll second the motion.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Proud?
Okay, there you go, Carl. Training and travel, 17, please.
Count please Clerk of Courts, Barbara Wiedenbein, Alice Frick, and Aaron Scranton, 3 days, Columbus, Ohio, for the Clerk of Courts Association 2016 Winter Conference, estimated not to exceed $1,417.40. County Auditor's Office, Tony Brockman and Mike Fisher, 2 days, Reynoldsburg, Ohio, the Ohio Department of Agriculture 2016 Ohio Weights and Measures Fall Training, not to exceed $580. County Recorder, Debbie Klepper, 1 day, Columbus, Ohio, County Recorder Association of Ohio's Winter Conference, not to exceed $135. Clermont County Water Resources Department, Brian Gruber, Shane Kelly, and John Weber, 1 day, Cincinnati, Ohio, Metropolitan Sewer District of Greater Cincinnati, 2016 Association Hands-On Seminar, not to exceed $60. Department of Job and Family Services, Tim Dick, 3 days, Columbus, Ohio, for the Public Children's Service Association of Ohio's Executive Membership Meeting, not to exceed $708.14.
Is there a motion to approve the training and travel requests as recommended?
I'll make the motion.
Second?
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. And 18, please.
18 is a travel request, reimbursement expenses request from Board of County Commissioners for Commissioner Ubel, 3 days, Columbus, Ohio, for the County Commissioners Association of Ohio Winter Conference, not to exceed $1,033.60.
Is there a motion then to approve the training and travel request?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Proud?
Yay.
Mr. Ubel?
Abstain.
And 19.
Let's see, this is a request for Commissioner Humphrey to attend the County Commissioners Association of Ohio 2016 Winter Conference, not to exceed $1,025.50.
Is there a motion then to approve that training and travel request?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Proud?
Yay.
Mr. Humphrey?
Abstain.
And 20, please.
It's for Commissioner Proud to attend the County Commissioners Association of Ohio 2016 Winter Conference, not to exceed $904.
Is there a motion to approve that training and travel request?
So moved.
I'll second the motion.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Proud?
Abstain. And also, just to let everyone know, too, at our winter conference, too, Commissioner Humphrey will be installed as the president of our County Commissioners Association for the state.
Thank you.
All right. Personal actions, 21, please.
Clermont Transportation Connection, Teresa Ball, Vehicle Operator, new hire to vacant position effective 11/7/16. Department of Job and Family Services, Amy Darty, Fiscal Support Coordinator, promotion effective 11/7. And in the Water Resources Department, James Drake, WRD Maintenance Specialist, promotion to permanent job change effective 11/7.
Is there a motion to approve the personal actions as recommended?
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Proud?
Okay. Do we have any add-ons?
Sir.
All right, we'll take a 5-minute recess for our minutes to be prepared. The record shows the board came out of recess and back into a regular session. And gentlemen, we have the minutes from today's session in front of us. And when you're ready, entertain a motion to approve them.
I'll move that we approve the minutes of today's meeting.
I will second the motion.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Proud?
Yay. And again, with no other add-ons, is there a motion to adjourn today's session?
I'll make the motion.
Second?
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. Again, thank you. God bless, and please exercise your right to vote next Tuesday.
Amen.